Welcome back to the channel. It's Mazer. Today we're doing something a little different because in spite of recent controversy along Gogeta and Vegito, especially since they decided to make Gogeta worse than Vegito, sadly, instead of making a top 10 list when I know Gogeta's not going to be number 1, I instead decided to rank all Fusion Warriors based off of the ones that are actually popular and also the ones that I think are cool. You see, you have S, A, B, C, D, E. I'll be honest, we're probably not going to use E or D because fusions are just naturally such a cool topic. You can't really mess up a fusion unless... First off, we have Cell. Little known fact, very known fact actually, he's literally just a combination of like a whole lot of characters. Just a lot of them. So he literally has, he has Goku, I think Trunks, Frieza. Those are the important ones, honestly. But think about his skill set alone. Also, his healing factor from having Piccolo. He also has like the best design. He also has Axe. Like his transformations are like one of the better ones. Considering canon fusions, he does have like the best transformations. Think about all the transformations from Fusion Warriors. No one does it like him. Like you have Super Saiyan 2, Blue, whatever. Depending on what it is, no matter what fusion, he just has the best transformation. So I think, despite him not being technically a Fusion Warrior, depending on who you ask, he's a solid villain as well. So we're gonna give him B. I think B is a great spot, especially since he's the first one, and he's also just a great fusion. So we'll put him there for now. Next up, we have Gotenks. Now, Gotenks is a very interesting story because he is a fraud in a lot of ways. Really, he just doesn't win any fights, which is an interesting thing. He doesn't win any fights, right? He does have a thing going for him where he does like a superior complex, and it doesn't pan out because if you can't win a single fight, what's the point? Because he was making fun, he was bullying Boo. Points for bullying Boo. But he doesn't win any fights. He has good drip as well. But his personality, I will give him credit because he's pretty cool. He's one of the more unique fusion personalities. Honestly, one of the more unique Dragon Ball character like personalities. As creative you can get with Dragon Ball characters. But he doesn't win any fights. He has cool combos. I think he's some of the coolest stuff ever. He does like immediately copy Boo's Dimension Hole attack, which is really cool to do just immediately. So I will give him points for that, but I can't say he's better than Cell. I think Cell as a fusion just does more and has a bigger impact, and it's just a cooler character overall. So he's going right behind Cell at B. Now we have Vegimid. As least biased I can possibly be here, Vegito is his aura is pretty high. I'll say that much. He's pretty cool, I guess. I mean, like, his combo he does against Buhan's pretty cool. And I do think, because we don't really see much, like, interesting fights, I would say, like, in Dragon Ball. I think having him just want to get absorbed is a way cooler concept than just beating Boo to death, like how it usually is with the Dragon Ball fights. Like, honestly, it's pretty cool. It's a unique way to fight, but that's really all the credit I can give him. He's a pretty mid-fusion in terms of like clothing. He's pretty basic. He is like literally just taking Goku and Vegeta's drip, which makes sense for why, but it still doesn't make an interesting like character himself. The earrings are cool. It's a decent fusion, but they are just touching tips, right? It's a little, you feel me? And there's also his personality mixed with what actually happens in the anime. I think he literally says to Boo, like, I'm gonna destroy you, which makes sense for Boo. But then you see in Dragon Ball Super, because this is Super as well, he also in the manga says that he would destroy Zamasu. Which that is just wrong. He can't. There's no reason for him to say that besides him just being wrong. It's not like he was gonna get anything out of that by saying that. It's not like he's trying to provoke Zamasu. He was literally just being wrong there. So that's I'd say a decent L on Vegito's part. But as much as I'd like to hate on Vegito, he is 100% better than Cell. I think just in terms of like coolness factor. Because Vegito really is, like, he's playing with you most of the fight, right? And he is hitting, he's going to do some cool moves. He's got some cool moves just because he's so much stronger. And if you think about on-screen appearances, he's not getting fodderized like how Cell was at one point, how Gotenks nearly was, but he was faking, but still. He's not getting clowned on, right? And he also has really good comebacks. Like, he talks smack. That's a good thing to have, especially in Dragon Ball. Like, that's cool to see. So, Vegito, I'm pretty confident in putting him at A. He's definitely better than Cell and Gotenks. Next up, we have Gogeta. Gogeta, obviously, I think he's definitely not with Cell or Gotenks. And let's run down what he's got going on for him. He's got Drip that is just cool. Honestly, if you go with Z or Super, the armor does work really well, with either color, and it just looks nice. And fights-wise, he's never lost a fight similar to, well, close to Vegito. He's never lost any fights. He has really cool attacks. Difference between him and Vegito, though, is he actually has a little different personality. He's still cocky like Vegito is, but he's not showing it in a way that Vegito would be in terms of talking. It's more or less seen in just how he fights, and also the brutality in a lot of his moves is so clear, and it's like it's crazy to see. It's weird. It's like we don't usually see this crazy amount of like just attacking unless it's a major villain of a saga. And Gogeta's doing this for a long time. Like, I'd say the average Gogeta move in terms of brutality is like it's like the Spirit Bomb against Buu. It's like that's like Gogeta's average attack. You really do feel like Gogeta is just a menace to society, and he really does show that. You feel me? I'm getting very fast to talk about my Go anyways, but like I said, the drip, the fighting, and another crucial detail I think that's important here, because we're including Z, Super, and we're including GT in this one. Gogeta does just simply have aura in the best way I can say. He has aura. I feel like they've tried so hard to make sure you know he has aura. Like, okay, first appearance in Z literally lights up the galaxy. That's just straight aura. Gotenks literally says, he literally like says, I can feel them or whatever. He acknowledges that Gogeta was born all the way on Earth when they're in Otherworld. Like, that's aura, right? And then we go to GT. GT a little less, but I do remember an attack maybe of Gogeta like deflecting Omega with just like his aura. I don't want to be quoted on that one though. I'm playing the clip if it's actually there, probably telling you that it's not that, but still pretty good. And then in Dragon Ball Super Broly, his aura is shown in a different way, in that he simply, the moment he's there, it's like, we already know what's up. The moment he fuses, all that spins of air, that's just their auras combining. That's Goku and Vegeta's auras combining into the peakness, and you see they turn into Gogeta. That's just pure aura, really. So, obviously, we're gonna put him over Vegeta. What do you think this is? Like, this is a Gogeta channel. Look at the channel logo. You already know. So he's going at A, obviously, above Vegito. Next, we have Fusion Zamasu. The moment this guy fuses, Goku Black and Zamasu fuse, this man immediately pops on the hardest quote ever. I would say at least in Dragon Ball Super. Like, he immediately pops on some Ultron or Thanos level quotes here. He literally immediately is just like, hold on, let me hit you some bars real quick. It's to the point where this man spits so much. I mean, it's a whole lot of yap. He is the yapping Fusion, for sure. But then you have another character who's known for yapping, Vegito, also telling him to shut up. That's when you know he's the supreme and almighty yap Fusion. That is a golden standard of yap here. And a lot of what he's saying sounds so rad that it's like, dude, this is so peak. This is just peak. And let's not forget this man's moveset. Just the way he fights. Like, obviously he's like, oh my god, get on my level, bro. And then you see him type the sword, and you see the way he fights. But then when he gets corrupted, it's like my eyes go red. He starts going crazy and starts like actually throwing hands. That is so cool. And honestly, He's such a cool fusion because it's also, first of all, let's not even forget about that. Drip levels beyond amazing. Like, look at the boots, look at the armor, look at the shoulder pads. The drip is immaculate. He simply just has it, and the hair adds so much. Like, if imagine they just put on Zamasu's ugly looking, whatever you want to call it, thing. Disgusting. Imagine they just put on Goku's wig. Disgusting. That is the perfect hair for Zamasu. I can't imagine it being any other way. That is just peak. He is truly just amazing. And his Potara, the green Potara matching with his skin color, beautiful small touch. Obviously, I don't think that was the original purpose. It just happened to be green. But either way, it's still peak. And let's not forget what it took to beat him. It didn't take Goku. Almost did, honestly. That's a little annoying. The manga, it did. Loki did. Goku was probably enough. But it didn't take Goku. Obviously not Vegeta. They'd never let him win. It didn't take Vegito, because he's mid. It didn't take Trunks, because that'd be really dumb if somehow Trunks did it and not Vegito, even if he had that spirit sword. It took Zeno to beat Zamasu. Like, that's crazy. Because this man literally took over the world. Dio picture. And then he also took over the universe. To the point where Goku's like, hold on, let me just call this guy. We don't need him right now. We can't do nothing about him. So Zeno's like, oh, let me just destroy the universe. Like, think about that for a second. This man Zeno probably couldn't even just destroy Zamasu. He just didn't want to, honestly. But he probably couldn't have. He just destroyed the universe instead. That was easier. That was better. That is some crazy feats for Zamasu. The aura is immaculate. He had to destroy the entire universe to get rid of you. You are a universal pest. You're so bad that they had to start clean. Like, that is crazy. Aura is immaculate. The drip is immaculate. Voice lines are immaculate. Obviously, he's above Vegito. Not putting him above Gogeta because he's simply better. So we're putting him at in between the Fusion, the Warriors. Next up, we have Super 17. He's literally only here because of Dragon Ball Legends, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care about GT at all, because this man didn't last that many episodes. I don't feel like checking, but he didn't last that many episodes. So I can't give him too much on the aura department, even though his drip is immaculate. Let's not say it's immaculate. Depending on the picture, he looks either bad or just good. Like, it's not in between. But he does have a bit of flyness to him. The hair, at least. I'm giving him the hair. The earrings are cool. It does match. And then I really can't give this man too much credit because, again, he didn't last long. It's not like he was even good. It's not like it took Super Saiyan 4 to beat him. It's just Super 17. It might have taken Super Saiyan 4. I legit don't know or care. It's just based off of vibes at this point. He's here for fun. But in Legends, he's a menace, so I will give him a little bit of credit. He's going above Gotenks because I think Super 17 at least got to dog walk Gohan at some point, so I'm giving him credit for that. And plus, no one can beat me when I'm Super 17. Dokkan, you did one thing right. One thing. So he is going to be in B rank right above Gotenks. Next up, we have Kefla. And besides cheekage or anything like that, we're just going to be talking about purely what she has done. Because I would put her S rank for any reason besides her actual performance. Because she has 0 performance. Even before fusing, right? Kale, Caulifla both try to fight Goku. They lose to the point where they feel like they have to fuse. They then fuse, and then Goku turns Ultra Instinct, and it's back to them losing. So what's the point, Kefla? Like, you don't serve a purpose. Your first fight, you lose, so can't give you too much credit. This negative 15 billion aura for even needing to fuse against one guy. It's crazy, honestly. Could not have been happy to be chopped on there. Could not have been happy. But I will give you credit. The colors on Legendary Super Saiyan 2, whatever, Kefla, is beautiful. The green earrings match with the green hair, and the reddish pink ball attack that she has matches with her outfit pretty well. The issue is you lost. So there's no moment where I can say she's cool. Because she lost, right? And even before she did that giant ball attack, she got so upset practically. She was so desperate to win that she had to expel all of her energy out in like a last ditch effort to knock someone out, or specifically to knock out Goku. But she's really just letting out all her energy. That's so lame. Like, it looked cool, but if you think about what's actually happened, that's so lame. You're that desperate for the win. Like, literally no other fusion that's gonna be on this list, besides maybe one, has ever been in a situation where they're that desperate that they literally are just throwing out random stuff to try and make it work. Like it should, like, I don't really want to, like, it's so interesting that you'd fall that hard. So, for that reason, we are gonna have to put it relatively low on the list. I think, I don't know, let's say I'd say for sure she's better than Gotenks, because Gotenks didn't win his fight either. So, I don't know. I think just, I said I was gonna do it, but I think just pure cheekage in the fact that Cell is technically kind of lame in that he doesn't do a lot of attacks. I think Kefla just has cooler attacks, so I will give Kefla the slight edge above Cell, but honestly, it's kind of close between those two. So, yeah, she's gonna be at B above Cell. I hope I don't work with that later. Lastly, but certainly not least, we have the best fusion. It's Piccolo, the best fusion of all time, the grill master, the cookery, the cooker, the cleaner of the house, truly the superior Z-Fighter, and he's also the superior fusion warrior. He absorbs Nail and Kami, and his name's not Piccolo. He's the unknown fighter, whatever you want to call him. He is him. Look at the hat here. Drip. Look at the shirt. Drip. And it's not news that he's just the best ever. Akira Toriyama, rest in peace, father of Dragon Ball. He himself has also said that Piccolo is his favorite character. What does that mean? This man is the best fusion warrior, the best Z-Fighter. And also, let's look at the facts here. Drip already has it. The aura, the fusion warrior aura, the signature of being a fusion warrior is really the aura. He has it. He has it. The most aura of all the fusion warriors. Think about every single scene with Piccolo in it. Think about how many times he's posted up in the coolest way possible. He exudes aura every single second he's on screen. Even when he's getting beat up, there's still some aura to it. When he takes that blast for Gohan, hey, I'm still giving it to him. That's cool. The way he jumped in, like, come on, bro. Piccolo would just be like that. He's the coolest Z-Fighter. And then let's not forget that he, of course, has the cool moves. Hell's Own Grenade. Come on, bro. Like, he's running circles around you, and you think, oh, he just has horrible aim. Look around you. No, you got clapped. Let's not forget Special Beam Cannon. Masenko. Those two moves, you know those two moves have in common? They were so good that someone else had to take them. Think about that. Gohan said, hey, let me bring that move, Mr. Piccolo. He took it. Special Beam Cannon. What did Gohan do? Hey, Mr. Piccolo, what that move real quick? I'm gonna do it. And then he did it in the superhero movie. And you know what else happened in the superhero movie? Piccolo got two new forms. Not one, two. Two forms. And Power Awakened, Orange Piccolo. The drip is immaculate on both forms. The aura is crazy in that whole entire movie for Piccolo. That's really Piccolo's movie. They had Gohan on the cover of the movie just so you'd go into the movie and watch Piccolo. That's Piccolo. Piccolo. That's all they did it for. That's it. He's just the best fusion warrior. And let's not forget, he does bag Janus, which means not only in his skill card does he have not needing to drive because he can fly, which is the superior mode of transportation, by the way. Really cool to see someone fly. He has bagged Janus. Absolute W in his basket. He's also a great father figure. He has now helped 2 generations. You know how good of a babysitter you have to be for the kid you babysat to want you to babysit their kid? And even though he's just babysitting, he's also teaching them how to fight, which makes them indispensable to the Z fighters. So what can you really say besides Piccolo is peak? Obviously he's S tier. The supreme S tier. The S's of tiers. This is the iPhone tier list, so it's gonna be S. I don't feel like, doing all that. Whatever. He's at S tier. So that's gonna be the list. You can see right down there. You can see where everyone else is. One tweak, Vegeta needs to be all down to E. Ha ha ha. It's the facts. Anyways, if you enjoyed the list, go ahead and like the video. If you didn't like the list, comment down below why you didn't like the list. And if you have any arguments about, Piccolo being not an S tier, I would like to hear them. Or like try to defend your Fusion Warrior over Piccolo. That's not gonna work, buddy. It's Piccolo. He's there. He's number one. Make a song about it. And comment down below again what your favorite Fusion Warrior is and why it's Piccolo or Vegeta. Subscribe, please. We actually hit 200 subscribers, so that's really great. Actually, like, mucho gracias. Amazing.